Hey, leaders, welcome to 2026. I have a three-part series for you to start the year off, right? Called New Year, New You, particularly when it comes to leadership. This is what this channel is all about, to get that potential that is in you and help you to be the best leader that you can possibly be. So, three-part series. Number one, today I want to talk about something called the Dailies. Number two, part two, I want to speak to you about leadership upgrades. And then finally, in part three, we're going to talk about deliverables. Now, let's talk about the dailies. Full disclosure, this actually didn't come from me, but there was somebody named John Maxwell, who is a famous leadership guru and writer. And I was at one of his conferences. I might have even been hearing one of his podcasts. And he talked about this concept of something that he does on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, there's 5 things that he does every single day. Now, he doesn't spend all day on them, but some aspects, some part of the day is spent on this. Sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit less, but he ensures that these 5 things that he has taken for himself, that he has established that are incredibly important for his leadership and development, he does them. So it actually motivated me, inspired me. I thought about, what do I do? What do I do on a daily basis? And I want to share it with you. And then how do we come about creating them? So here are mine in no particular order. I like to write. I like to write every day, whether it's for the podcast, a book, for study, whatever it is. I want to write every single day. Sometimes I actually take paper and pen. Sometimes I'm typing. Sometimes it's actually a voice note on my iPhone or on my iPad. Number 2, I always ask pertinent questions, whether I'm at the gym, at an event, if I'm speaking to somebody new, somebody that I know for a long time. I have a gift of curiosity. I want to understand processes. I want to know things. And so I ask people questions. You get a lot of valuable information. Number 3, I'm a faith person. Spirituality and faith in God is incredibly important to me. So on a daily basis, whether I'm reading the Bible, whether I'm studying, whether I'm meditating, to me, spirituality is incredibly important. Number 4, I want to be active, whether that is going to the gym, working out at home, walking, moving around, trying to get you'll normally see me with my Fitbit on, trying to get those 10,000 steps. Being active is incredibly important, particularly as I get older. And then finally, obviously, is leadership development in some aspect, particularly with vision, direction, and developing people. That is important for me, that I develop my leadership on a daily basis, and I don't just sit on my laurels or my experience or my success, if you will. So those are my 5 things that I do on a daily basis. As I mentioned, some days I spend more time than others, but I try to get to each and every one of them, at least for some aspect of the day. If you can schedule it ahead of time, even better. If you're more of a spontaneous person, it might be a little more difficult to do it that way, but some people operate that way. But you need to have your day in a systematic way that on top of everything else you need to do, your 5 dailies. These are the things that are critical. These are the things that are important. They don't have to be done in a particular order. They can change on a daily basis depending on circumstances and schedule and networking and who you're with, etc. So how do we come up with this? How did I formulate this in my own mind, in my own life and leadership? Well, I looked at the things that are absolutely critical to me. What do I desire? Where do I want to be? If I'm looking at a new year and a new me, by the way, sometimes I adjust these on a yearly basis. Sometimes I'll adjust them even quarterly. Depending on what is happening around me, these are the things that are going to move the needle. What's going to move the needle for you? What's going to help you become a better leader? And hopefully these are somehow integrated or they dovetail into each other. Remember on another podcast, we talked about getting better 1% at a time. And so wherever you can have a natural flow and something that you desire and is going to give you energy and passion, then obviously you are going to spend more time at it. You're going going to become better. You're going to become effective. And yes, it's a new year and a new you, because listen, nothing changes until something changes. So why not start with you?